This is the mini lesson on impression evidence. So, impression evidence is anything, an object or material that has retained the characteristics of another object through direct contact. Think of like when you've gone to the dentist, if you've bitten down into a mold and your impression of your teeth is left behind. So, this happens when one object is pressed against the material with enough force to leave an impression of the object. Some examples of impression evidence would be shoe prints, tool marks, tire tracks, bite marks, and then marks that are left on a fired bullet. So you can find impression evidence on many different types of materials. And the quality of the impression really depends on the object that's making the impression and the surface conditions, such as how hard or soft the material is that the impression is being made of, and what type of material. Think of like dry dirt versus mud. You leave more of a deep, good impression of your shoe in mud than you would in dry dirt. So, ways that you can collect impression evidence. First, you're going to have to analyze the evidence and find unique characteristics to link shoes, tires, tools, and other objects found in a suspect's possession to evidence at a crime scene. And there's two basic ways of collecting the impression evidence. 2D is used by just taking a picture of it. You can also do dusting of fingerprints, and you can lift it with tape. You can also collect the dust doing electrostatic dust lifting process. Electrostatic's kind of like, when you get like static electricity and things like stick to you. If you've ever had that happen, like usually when clothes come out of the dryer, they'll have some static electricity and maybe they're like stuck to each other or the dryer sheet sticks to it. 3D is going to be whenever you use photography as well as casting. So that would involve using some sort of dental stone or similar substance to preserve the dimensional characteristics of the print. So casting will allow you to have more of a 3D impression that kind of simulate the object that left the impression. So we're going to focus on shoe print evidence. And the reason we're going to focus on that is because we're going to apply it to the Anna Dalton case. So you can determine the class or what type of shoe it is from its impression. You can sometimes determine what type or brand of shoe, and you'll get individual characteristics from shoe prints, such as wear patterns, like my shoes are more worn on the outside than the inside, and then specific damages or defects that might be on the shoe, and have an individual characteristic you can link to the shoe that left the print. Databases of shoe prints are available for investigators to help them determine brand of shoe, and this can provide leads on the case. And just depending on the quality of the impression, investigators may be able to determine how fast someone was walking or running. Also, they can estimate the size of a person based on the impression's depth. So, features they analyze: tread patterns, size, depth, wear patterns caused by the way a person walks, material defects or damage, so nicks, cuts, stuff like that, or other materials such as soil, tar, rocks, and paint that would indicate where a person was before they left the impression. So we're going to do a little investigating. So I've given two different styles shoes. I want you to use the internet to try to determine what the brand and style of each of these shoes are. Good luck.